discovered this artist on Spotify. They play lo-fi beats of video game soundtracks.
Ah, cool.
That's actually what this is. I like it a lot.
Play around with whatever you were doing on.
Oh yeah. You know, give him credit where, you know, it's bits and hits.
Yeah.
See, and there's the Halo sound.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, you don't hear the music?
No.
You should. You don't hear this at all?
No.
It should be kind of loud.
I don't hear anything.
How about now?
I hear something. Yep.
Well, I didn't hit pause. How's going on? Oh. It's Discord. Discord keeps pausing my Spotify.
Oh.
Because they don't like you playing Spotify over Discord. Did you know that? They don't like playing YouTube either.
That's weird.
You don't remember when they got rid of like all those bots?
Oh yeah. But like, you're not using a bot.
Well, no, but I mean it was because they didn't want you to be playing music over your Discord.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start anytime you want.
I'm good.
Okay. Pressing the button in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Geeks for the Win podcast, the podcast where we talk about our weeks as geeks. I'm your host, William, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Alrighty, we're back, and what have you been up to, Stuart? Let's just jump in it.
Nothing. Just nothing. No, I've been reading a fuck ton. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on book 7 since we last
Wow.
recorded. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about them. First one I'm going to talk about is a book I think you would really like
Oh, okay.
called Dual Class. There is only one book on Audible right now, but there's 2 that's actually out. The third book is supposed to come out in June of next year. And I don't know when the audiobook for the second one is going to come out because it just came out June of this year. And it took a year for the first audiobook to get done. So more people get on that first book. That way we can speed up maybe the process of getting the second one done. And this one is it's dual narrated, which is always good. And the voices that do them are fantastic. Like they're it's almost to the level of like Jeff Hayes. I will say that. Almost to the level of Jeff Hayes.
That's high praise.
Yeah. Like I wondered, it's like, are these people actual voice actors? Because they're good. And I meant to get a clip. But I forgot to get the clip. So, and this one, the story itself, story starts out, dudes, starts out in a room. The world has been taken over by a system apocalypse, and it's tutorial time. It's one of those. And apparently the dude did nothing but watch anime because holy shit, the number of anime references. It's almost to the point where it's too much. And a lot of them I don't even get. It's like I know that was a Bleach reference, but that's about and like all of his attacks he names after anime attacks. He does the spirit gun at some point.
Nice.
Because the whole thing is like, you know, you're either start out as a warrior, an archer, uh, a cleric, or a spellcaster. And he starts out as a spellcaster. And what also is kind of cool is like when there's drops or like when they level up and they get like rewards or something, and like the dice is rolled, he actually has a physical dice he has to roll, like a physical D20 that he carries around that he has to
Oh, that's
roll.
cool.
So like he's, you know, rolling it in the grass outside because he's in a forest, um, or wherever he's at. So like that's kind of a neat idea. And for his when he was able to upgrade his class, you roll like 3 times, and that determines kind of what your choices are, kind of how good they are. Well, he rolled 1 3 times in a row, so his choices were warrior, archer, cleric, and all of his all of his and his all of his levels, because that's like level 10, will be set back to 1. Well, he chose warrior, and now he is a warrior and a spellcaster, both at level 1, but with the stats he had before. And while it takes him twice as long to level up now, he also gets twice as many rewards when he does level up. So while everybody sees, you know, because there's of course there's a leaderboard, you know, everybody sees, you know, he's super weak now. He's super weak, but he's actually really he is actually OP, 100% OP. Because of this, and like his class, like then he's able to upgrade his class again when he gets both of those classes level 10, and he actually has actual classes now. One of them being an elemental spellcaster. So he uses the elements, and he uses like water, like a water gun kind of a thing. That's what he uses as the spirit gun. Um, and at one point he even does the oh crap, what's that show? Um, nope, that's not it. Oh, it was recent. Eminence in the shadow. He even does the I am atomic and just lets off in a big old AOE blast. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of recent, and this came out um last year, so or no, beginning of this year. Um, so
Wait, the book or the audio book came out
the
this year?
book, the actual book itself.
Oh, okay. Then that wasn't too late.
No,
Then
I thought it came out last year, but I looked at, I guess, something wrong.
yeah, because
Um,
the audio book came out in June, so
yeah, yeah, and the book
that's not
itself
too
came
bad.
out in January.
Okay, then yeah, then the audiobook, if you go by that, then the second book might be out this year.
Maybe,
The
I don't know.
audiobook
Um, but yeah,
sounds interesting.
I think you would like this. He also gets um, a companion, like like a system companion, and she takes the form of a tiny, like she's described as like 1 foot tall woman who's uh not it's not a cat girl, it's a squirrel girl.
Okay.
And they have, I would say, incredible banter because, like I said, all he ever did was watch anime or read manga, and like she absorbed like everything that he knew, and she hates it. Like she calls him a weeb, but like she gets all of his references. She'll even spout some anime quotes, and she's like, "Oh no, why they do that?" kind of a thing.
Funny.
She's very tsundere. Um, and yeah, again, I think you would really like um this book.
Out of all the ones you're gonna talk about, where would this rate as far as I would like?
At the top.
And I just purchased it.
Because I absolutely think
I had,
you would like this
I
book.
had, I had the credit, so I just picked it up. Just wanted to make sure that you weren't going to talk about another one that I would like even more or something. Yeah,
I, I don't know.
sounds good. So
You might like the others that I talk about too. Um, but yeah, and the tutorial doesn't finish in the first book, so tutorial's still going on. Um, there's some like the main antagonist through like the last kind of half of the book are goblins, and they're goblin slayer, like goblins. If you get where I'm going with that.
yeah,
So there's a bit of graphic stuff that it doesn't go. It's it's mentioned. Put it that way. It's mentioned that it happens. Um, but yeah, that's my first thing. What have you got?
um, do you really have like 6 books to talk about? Because if so, you could
Well,
go on. You could do another one.
next one is it's a series that has 3. Another one has a series of 2. Another one I'm 2 books into to a 4 book series. So I only have 3. I
Oh,
only have four series that I'm talking
for
about,
series.
but
Okay,
I've read 7 books.
gotcha. Well, the next thing I've got, or the first thing I got, um, is something old that I was just looking for something because I got into a little bike accident. I fell off my bike. Um, not just a regular bike. I've got an electric bike. So I
Okay,
was
so you're probably going pretty good speed.
yeah, I was it can go 20 miles an hour. So
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
yeah. So when said I scraped the crap out of my leg and my
Uh
hand, I
huh.
did. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
but I scraped my hand, so I wasn't able to play anything. So I was like, oh, let's find something to watch since I'm gonna be just watching stuff for my free time. And I was looking through like old stuff, and like I noticed there was a lot of old shows that I never watched growing up that were like very, like the Dawson's Creek and the
Right.
OC and stuff like that that lasted pretty long. So
Pretty
they've got to
much
be
they're
good, right?
all the same show to me.
Yeah. But I never watched any of those. So
I didn't
I was
either.
looking through and I saw and I decided I was like, I'll choose this one, and I started watching One Tree Hill. Mo- Mostly because it seems like basketball is a big factor in this show.
I can see that from the trailer. So yeah, sure. I get it.
um and it's I think it came out it came out in 2003. um is it, yeah, it's 2003, and I'm kind of shocked of some of the stuff that's happening in this show. Like there's just certain things like what's it called? Had well, well, one character gets themselves emancipated in like the first season. I think it's the first season. And I'm kind of like, "Oh wow. I didn't really think like that was a that would be on TV. Something like that would be on TV like that early, you know?"
Oh yeah.
Or or two characters get married, and it's like they're in high school, and they're not even seen it's not even like they're 18 and seniors. They're like juniors, you know. They're like
That's weird.
17, yeah, and it's just some of the choices I'm like you're so young. Like what? Like
I can see proposing at that age, but not
yeah.
getting
It's like, why
married.
do you have to get you could be engaged without you can be engaged for a period of time. You don't have to get married right away, you know?
Yeah, I
Like
knew a couple that were engaged for like 4 years.
I don't know. It's some of the stuff's kind of crazy. What was it? I'm trying to think of some of the absolutely wild stuff. Um, oh, my dog wanted to. I guess he wanted to get his food. So so I'd open the door for him. But yeah, some of it's kind of wild. The main character is played by Chad Michael Murray, which is funny because apparently he's in the Freakier Friday movie, and I'm seeing those ads while I'm watching it.
Uh-huh. He was in
Um,
Freaky Friday too.
I think I watched Freaky Friday like once around the time it came out, and that's it.
Same. I might have watched it twice, but that again, I
I
don't.
might have not even watched the whole thing. It might have just been like it was on and I watched part of it. I don't remember actually going and seeking it out. But um, was it he's the main character. He's all like into basketball, but like he's not. He not. It's more of a hobby thing. Like he likes to play it. Like they have a court. They call it the river court, which it's like a outdoor like court that's like it's actually kind of by a lake. I don't think it's actually by a real river, but they always call it the river court. I think this takes place in North Carolina, somewhere random like that. I think it's somewhere around there. But Um, he is raised by his mom, who had him at like 17 or 18, like real, so she's like, I guess she's supposed to be like in her late 30s, mid to late 30s. And then his dad decided not to stick with his mom and got another girl pregnant shortly after. So the main character Lucas has a half brother who's supposedly in the same like grade as him at school,
Okay.
and it's very weird because like the brother and the dad are just like at first they're some of like the worst characters, like scum of the earth, the way they like treat Lucas, like
Sure.
they're like he ends up joining like the basketball team eventually, and like he's trying to get him the Nathan, the younger brother, to the one who has the perfect family, because the dad stayed with the second girl he got pregnant, um but he's trying to like get him to leave, like, you know stuff like that. And he's doing stuff like when they're at a party at their parents' like beach house, he puts on like the prom queen video where it's Lucas's mom talking about how she's gonna be with his dad, with their dad forever, stuff like that. And it's just like, Jesus, like. And the dad's the worst. The dad's the worst, and he's like, I'm pretty deep into the show. I'm like seasons into the show, and he just keeps on getting worse and worse. And like, it's it's pretty crazy. And the thing that I'm just like, this is the typical, like, if you would take 5 seconds to explain the situation, it would resolve so many issues. These characters, like, if they would just take 5 seconds to explain to the other person whenever there's a conflict, or if they would like also, apparently, like, it's a sin for you to have a past life before the person you're in a relationship with, because there's so many like situations where, like, oh my god, you had sex with someone before you met me, oh my god, like,
Well, yeah, it's high school.
stuff like that, like, oh, like, or, oh, we were there's so many we were on a break moments.
Again, drama. In order to create
uh,
drama, characters can't talk to each other. That's just gotta.
yeah,
That's how it works.
exactly. And it's like, it's like none of these and what's they what I like about it too is, like, they get to, high school, and like high school graduation, and you think, okay, so now we're going to deal with college. Nope, time skip, 4 years later.
And
Let's skip the
nothing
college
happened.
BS. And they still act like they're in high school 4 years later, and they still, like, they're all acting, like they're with the same rationality as before, like, for stuff, which is just like, what is even going on? Um, but it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it, and just like what even what like, so many back and forths. Will they hook up? Won't they hook up? Stuff like that. Um, Apparently, like, and it's funny because like this one character ends up like she for like most of for at least half of the first season, she shows no interest in singing, and there's like apparently she starts to sing, and then it's like they act like from there on out like she's always been a singer and she's always had a passion for singing and all this and that, and it's just like you're retconning stuff in your own show. Like it's 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 interesting. um it's very drama, you know. It's it's technically before CW, so but I don't know if it led into CW or not. I don't know if
It
I
definitely helped
can't
create
remember.
it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
WB, so like it
yeah, it
definitely
was
helped.
WB. Yeah,
It helped create it.
yeah. But it's that kind of stuff, you know. And you know, there's some deep stuff that happens too. Like there's a lot of murder, and or there's a few different murders that happen that I've seen so far of like main characters and stuff like that. And you know, very like on a very special episode of type stuff, you know.
Yes.
that happened that happened. um Boy, there it's it's kind of frustrating, some of it, because they're like the two characters that keep getting back together. It's like, oh, it was always you, and it's like, not really. Like they were not, like it was okay. It just feels like the writing wasn't always. It feels like they were herky jerky with the writing, you know, of who should be with who. Not
Hmm.
like, okay, we're gonna have these two that are gonna break up and get back together and eventually be together, you know, type stuff. Like some shows, you know, you can kind of see that that's where they were going. They always had an idea that two characters were going to end up together. It's just
Yeah.
this one, it feels like they were just playing it by ear, season to season, you know,
Yeah.
with how stuff like that was going to go. And as I said, like basketball is a big factor of the show. Like the two brothers play, and you know, later one of the brothers becomes a coach and is, you know, coaching the same high school and helping other kids with basketball and stuff like that. And what's funny is the younger one, he is about to he gets to where he's about to be drafted to the NBA, but he has an accident
Of
that
course.
prevents him from.
Of course.
um but this is the same time as the he's being drafted to the Supersonics, and this is the same time as like this was right before, like it was the same year that they went to OKC. So I'm like I'm like because when he got drafted to the Supersonics, I'm like, wait, this started in 2003. 4 years later. Oh, this would be okay. Interesting. But yeah, so I had to look that up because I'm like, I think this would be the time. I think this would be when they became the Thunder. That's funny, but yeah, it's just a teen drama show, but there with a lot of frustrating moments. But you know, for the most part, it's been keeping my attention. You know, it's been something. It's been something. It's been something to watch while I've been like playing games on my phone, because I haven't been able to play games with a controller or a mouse because of my hand, but I've been able to do light gaming on my phone. You know, so I've been
Hmm.
watching this while doing that, and There are some characters I like. There are a lot of characters that have character growth. What is it? You did you ever watch Boy Meets? You watch Boy Meets World, right?
Yes, of course.
Remember Minkus?
Yes.
He's in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a main character. He's a main side character. His whole thing is like when they were like on the river court, him and this other kid who, um, he kind of the other one fades in the background until something happens later, but they're introduced as they're like pretending to broadcast the game sport that they're doing that they're you know just the pickup games they're type stuff. That's what their whole thing. And he later ends up actually getting into broadcasting and stuff like that. And um oh, one of the characters always has their webcam on in their room, and they're just webcamming to like random people.
That's not creepy.
And stuff happens because of it, and it's like, no shit, because you're like, yeah, no shit. You end up getting a stalker, like, yeah, it's pretty weird. But she's the I don't care, I hate the world, rock forever type of chick, you know.
Gotcha.
I listen to vinyl, you know. My favorite bands are people you haven't even heard of.
Like
My
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 Chemical
favorite
Romance and Green Day and
well, funny enough, Fall Out Boy actually plays a role in this. One of the character, she ends up dating one of the, the members of Fall Out Boy for like a minute.
There you go.
But but no, it's like my favorite album is by Elvis Costello.
Okay.
Ooh, like like the kind of pretentious, like I'm better,
Yeah.
I'm a better person because my taste in music type. Yeah,
I know
but
those people. I knew those people in high school.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, she's yeah, I forgot about that. She had like her webcam on like all the time and was just broadcasting to random people to whatever. And she would podcast about her life, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like podcasting in 2004, like that really wasn't much of it. That really wasn't a well-known thing. And they're like, they
No, that
have it
was
on
that was the early days of
yeah.
podcasting.
But they're saying the name on the show, like that's kind of that's kind of interesting. Good on you, One Tree Hill,
Apple
being like
probably hadn't gotten their
yeah,
hands on the name yet.
yeah. But like the one character be like, oh, I listened to your podcast and about when you were talking about such and such that happened to you or whatever, and it's like, oh, interesting. Kind of took me by surprise, because yeah, that was early, but that was when podcasting was not just anybody could make a podcast. Now you can do everything just on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, and the speaking of phones, the Razer flip phone is prominent in this at the beginning.
Damn straight. That's the right
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
That's the right time.
Which I'm just every time I see, I'm just like, oh, you were such a good phone, Razer. Like,
Didn't have one. That's too. That was what the rich kids had. I didn't have that. I had a
I had one because my mom worked for T-Mobile, so she won phones for like sales contests and stuff like that. So I had cool phones. I had the Razer, and then I ended up having the Sidekick.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was good
you
at
had the special
selling.
phones.
She was good at selling stuff, at selling phones. So she won a lot of contests. But yeah. Oh, I think I remember hearing someone talk about like I'm low on minutes. That took me back.
Yeah, we had to buy minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, just some of the nostalgia is pretty good. It's pretty good to be reminded of like 2003 or 2003, 2004, stuff like that, you know. It's like a time capsule watching some of these old shows, you know. Um but yeah, it's it's just it's kind of the comfort show I'm watching while I'm playing mobile games. But luckily my hand's fully healed now so I can actually game, which I was telling you before, like it sucked because like, oh, Power Rangers Battle Pass on Fortnite, awesome,
Yep.
I'll buy it, and then I hurt my hand and can't play for like 2 weeks.
You got till the end of October, so
Yeah, it's a long time, so I'm glad I'm glad about that. I got a good amount of time. Um, what's another thing you got? More another book series?
another book series. This one is called Past Life Hero. Um, this one is just like how it sounds. Guy was a hero in his previous life, kind of became known as the hero of Albion. Was betrayed by his closest friend and wound up on our world. At the age of 5, he
Oh,
remembered his past life,
interesting.
and Earth had very little mana, so it kind of took him a while to kind of build up his mana reserves, and he still remembered his unique fighting style and unique martial art. Um, but and he ended up kind of teaching it as kind of a side project while he sold phones. Uh, um, and then one day, all of a sudden, a portal opens up and monsters start coming out, and he ends up killing one. And because he's one of the first people, one of the first of many to kill a monster, he is invited to train, basically a tutorial, but not a tutorial that everybody goes to. Um, but the training is Hogwarts style, where he's going to a school, but it's a school based off of the class he rolls. There's like 1,000 options for his class, and he rolls a 1 and becomes a summoner, the one known as the weakest class. And he joins the summoner academy, um, and kind of gets the feeling that things aren't on the up and up. Things are kind of weird. Um, and learns about a bunch of conspiracies. Summoners weren't actually always weak. They've been kind of put down, and they're actually like they can actually. And it's not like summoners, they don't summon monsters or anything like that. They have spirits that can either give them abilities or can move things or can be used as distractions. But um, yeah, and like his his first spirit that he comes across and he makes a contract with is actually a former student who actually died on campus because she was looking into things she wasn't supposed to be looking into. And it's very interesting. It was not it kind of made a big turn where I was thinking it was going to go because of the whole conspiracy thing. Then he ends up becoming like he ends up running from them basically. Um,
Yeah, it sounds like it takes a bunch of different turns. Like,
yeah,
in fact, it's like a kind of like a reverse isekai into our world, and then
yeah. There is an anime that did this. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It was like second chance hero or something like that.
yeah, it's not uncommon. Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, but yeah, it sounds interesting. Mm, to wish list.
Um, so far only 3 books are out. The 4th book is coming out in like 2 months, and each book ends with a pretty good like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Um, yeah, he's got a unique group of spirits that he has with him. And he's also the champion of a god from another universe that he managed to come in contact with somehow.
Interesting. Seems like a lot happens in this series.
Yeah, and actually, the universe that the god is from is actually from the universe of another of the author's series.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So
So there's a crossover, kind of.
kinda, yeah. So, but I think it was very interesting. Yeah,
I'll definitely check this out at some point. Just put it on my wish list. So yeah, I think I'm gonna check that dual class though first,
yeah.
since
And
you think I would like it that much.
yeah, I do actually. And he does end up going back to Earth, at some point, and unlike a lot of the apocalypse stuff where like Earth is like all electronics are cut off or the world is basically rebuilt and like there's nothing ever existed. This one just monsters show up. That's kind of it. So like electronics still work. People still have, and like the military is somewhat kind of able to fight off the monsters somewhat. So like for the most part, people's lives, like while being in under threat of monster attack, almost kind of don't change. And like a ton of also people dying. So like it is kind of weird. Like, oh, it's different in all the
I
series
mean,
that I've read.
it's kind of how like Kaiju #8 is, where it's like the world's the same, but the monsters are now attacking and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, I I made the Earth sound like it was better off. Like America, like they have been pushed back to the West Coast,
Oh,
but like like there's still television, there's still radio. People are still living their lives, but you know,
New York's gone.
kinda.
Well, I mean, it's always New York. Look at Marvel. Everything happens in New York. Seems interesting.
It's good.
Is the narrator good? Because I haven't heard of the narrator.
Neither have I. Yeah, he's good. Um, Definitely does pretty good voices. Kind of found like, okay, that's there's a character in the book. I'm like, that's an interesting character. I kind of want to adapt that character to my D&D game. Mm. Or to have somebody with a similar personality. That's an interesting character.
Oh, did I send you that video where they were like someone was getting on a rant about people using AI to create stuff for their D&D and how you shouldn't do that. What you should do is what is everyone does and use pop culture references like
Yes.
from fantasy books and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and I kind of sent back the reply.
Yeah.
So I do
Yeah, when I
both.
saw that I was like,
I do both.
it's like, yeah. That's good.
um, but yeah, Half Life Hero, a past life hero. Um, what you got next?
Next thing I got, I just finished wrapping up today, season 2 of Twisted Metal.
Oh, okay.
This is pretty good. They add new characters from the Twisted Metal series.
Mm-hmm. I did see in the trailer that Axel is finally in the series, which I was curious how the hell they would do Axel.
They do a pretty good job for Axel. I feel like, um, they have uh they have a character named Raven, um, who I was like, she looks familiar. It's like this gothic chick. And I'm like, she looks familiar. And then I look and I'm like, oh my God. It's Madison with 2 N's and 1 Y, but it's not where you think. From the MCU. Wonger's friend.
I'm completely drawing a blank.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
No.
uh, um, the drunk party girl who like from She-Hulk.
I never watched She-Hulk.
Was she only in She-Hulk? I thought she was in something else. Uh, you never watched She-Hulk?
I
Wow.
watched the first episode.
Okay. Well, she plays like this ditzy party girl who like gets sent to in the MCU. In She-Hulk she gets sent to like what's it called this like demon dimension because like this uh like uh com it's Comatage, right? Where they um do the magic study like Sorcerer
Mm-hmm.
Supreme
Yeah.
and all that. Like he like this dude from there who like can't cut it, barely learned a little bit of magic, ends up becoming like a like a uh like Vegas style magician or whatever. Sends her to like hell, and then she ends up like somehow coming and somehow she somehow escapes and ends up like right where Wong is. She has to make like a demon pact or some shit like it's funny, but like I said, she's like this ditzy like
Oh,
party girl.
Sydney from Scream.
Machine Scream.
She's the main chick in Scream.
I thought wasn't I thought Nev Campbell was the main chick in Scream.
Is that not? Because I was at my IMDb. You're talking about Raven, right? That's who plays Raven. Raven.
What? That's not her. I mean, okay, then what's the other? I thought the other chick was named Raven too. I'm confused then. Um, what's the other chick's name then? I thought her name was Raven too. Oh, they have two characters named Raven? What? Wait,
Well,
did they
that's
recast? Did they recast and not? Because I remember, yeah, Nev Campbell was in the season one. She was like the one like orchestrating John to like do stuff to get his role and whatever. But then they have a completely different character who's like dark and gothic and has her own like backstory. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, her name Raven. I'm right, Raven, by Patty Guggenheim. I don't even see Nev Campbell in IMDb for top cast.
no. She wasn't.
I think she was in the first episode of season one. But
Uh,
I think Nev Campbell was in the first season or first episode of season two, I think. But yeah, but the this other chick whose name is Raven, she's been in throughout the whole show.
oh, she's higher. She's higher up. Okay.
That's not confusing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they have like they introduced. Are you familiar with the Twisted Metal world? Did you ever play the games?
I played the
I
games
really didn't.
many years ago. The only characters I remember were Sweet Tooth and Axel. That's it. Nobody else.
Yeah. Well, they have Calypso, who's like, I guess he's the one running the tournament.
Running the thing. That name also sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
I came across some like, was it like, uh, uh, FMVs, like, like basically live action they recorded with real people, like endings of some of the characters. Like if you
Uh huh.
win with Sweet Tooth,
Gotcha.
they had like real actors portraying and stuff like that. I
They
saw a
they
couple of
they did that
those.
stuff a lot back then.
Yeah. I saw a couple of those, so I kind of got
I
the
kind of miss
vibe.
it when they did that kind of stuff.
Yeah, or what's his name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Tim Curry, him going to space.
Spice.
Yeah, so good. But so I kind of got the vibe of it when I was watching some of that stuff, and it's like some of the stuff plays out like, and it's like some of the like because the characters, they got to make a wish, they got to throw a coin this well and make a wish and all that, and it's like a lot of times the characters who lose, they kind of get their wish, but like monkey paw type situation.
Uh-huh.
And that's how like the endings of when you beat the game and saw the endings, that's how some of those were. Like they were like, oh, here's your wish, and it's like not how they wanted, you know.
Of
It's
course.
the whole like, yeah, the monkey paw type situation. They got the was it Anthony Kerrigan? He was Metamorpho in Superman.
Okay, uh-huh.
He's been in a lot of things. I like him. I really like him as an actor. But he's great. He's great as Calypso. Um, uh, they have Mr. Grimm, which I guess he like takes the souls of people he kills and kind of has like a Moon Knight thing going on with him. Where, like different personalities like will pop up because he has like many souls in him.
Okay.
It's funny though, because like they show like him killing someone and absorbing their soul, but then they'll show like other people they're watching him and nothing's happening. So it's like, what's going on? Like, do they just not see it, or is this dude just crazy? Type thing. And there's even I don't want to like that's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, there's even another part where it's like where something happens where like, you know, like those whole him sucking souls type thing where he loses souls or whatever, and like then it goes to the other people watching. They're like, "What's going on?" Like, so it's very up in the and there is a lot of fantasy, like, you know, like with Calypso for sure, like supernatural stuff for sure. But with him, with Mr. Grimm, it's kind of like, what is this actually real, or is he just like a lunatic? You know, like is he just out of his mind type thing? Like how Sweet Tooth is, you know, is kind of out of his. Which Sweet Tooth, oh my god, the fact that it's two different people playing Sweet Tooth,
Oh, really?
because you got Will Arnett to be the voice, and then you have Samoa Joe is the body.
Okay.
It's like Will Arnett is great. His voice acting is great, but Samoa Joe is like amazing with just the with with his body, like the way he'll do stuff and just the way he's able to like react to things, and like it's impressive. Like his movement and the little mannerisms he does. It's just like it's impressive watching and thinking, oh yeah, this is actually two different people. It's a different person speaking from the person who's actually like moving around, reacting to people, and it's impressive. The fact that, you know, it works so well. Um, I gotta say, I was talking to my friend Steven, who we play D&D with,
Mm-hmm.
about this. This might be my favorite Anthony Mackie role. Like he is really good in this. Like he is really fun to watch in this, and it's a delight. Um, I will say the ending of season 2, um, the tournament does end. Spoilers, I guess. I mean, the show is still going on, going to go on, I think, but I wasn't expecting the ending, but it totally makes sense. Um, but it's really good. I really like this quite a bit. Like I was saying, like we were saying, Axel's in it. They do a good job with him, making him where you're like, how is this gonna work? But
Right.
it works out. It works pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of other characters, I guess, from the show. Like there's this one like bug lady who's like all about bugs and or pest. She drives like a pest control van or something. I guess I don't know. her whole bug theme. It's like I guess she's a character in the game, because why else would they go so hard into making this character have a theme if she wasn't from this show,
Right.
or from the game? Vermin, that's the character's name. Um, oh my god, she looks totally different than her character. I'm looking at the actor's IMDb. Oh my god, that is a complete change. Um, let's see. Surprise characters come back from season 2. From season 1 into season 2.
I know what you meant.
It's pretty good. I've really liked it. They were they released 2 episodes each week,
Okay.
which was pretty good. And then this week there was only 3 left, so they just like released all 3, and I finished it today. Really good. Great acting. Great. I mean, like, I saw a lot of people on TikTok talk about how um they were surprised that they like season 2 of Twisted Metal way more than season 2 of The Last of Us. Because apparently I haven't seen the season 2 of The Last of Us, but apparently people didn't like it that well.
I don't know if I. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people talking about how they were surprised that they, and I'm like, I'm not surprised. I enjoyed season 1. Season 2 is great. Like, the it's a fun show. You know, I'm surprised it's a Peacock show and it's this good, because you wouldn't expect Peacock, but um, yeah, it's a great show. I love it. I'm looking forward to. I think season 3 was announced. They leave it wide open. There's no confirmed. No, that's the Google AI. Season 3. Twisted Metal season 3 does not have an official release date. However, 2027. Boo. That's the rumors, but it's good. Like I said, I knew nothing about Twisted Metal really, and I enjoyed the heck out of the show. I thought it was great. Um, there's a part where at the beginning, was I think it's like the first episode. Anthony Mackie's character is like, because they're trying to like the Raven chick. She's like in charge of the city, the like walled off city, you know, and one of them, like the one he's in,
Hmm.
that he worked so hard to get in season 1.
Right.
um and they like force him to, like, he has to stay there, and they're like making him do driving games, like driving simulator games, like arcade games, to like, get better at it, because they're wanting him to enter for them. um and he's trying to like escape and do all this stuff and
Is one of
whatever,
them
and then
Twisted Nut Metal?
no,
Should have been.
but it should have been, but that'd be a little too on the nose, though, since like the competition's name is Twisted Metal.
They could have changed the name, but like what you see was going to be would
Oh,
be.
maybe, I don't know. Really wasn't paying too close attention to that, but he ends up getting like on house arrest at one point, and they take away, like, I guess because they have electronics, they take away like the TV and DVD and whatever, and he's in his old house, where he doesn't remember. He has like amnesia, but he goes into his sister's room, and she has like a collection of the Babysitters Club, and he gets real into that. Um, he
Okay.
gets to like book he gets into like book 89. He's like or I think it's 89. And he's looking, and I guess at that point his sister got gotten it was a teenager or whatever, and got into like marijuana, and she like hollowed it out and had like joints in it, and he's like, oh. And then he goes to 90, and um it's like apparently in 89 a new character was like introduced, and he's like, who the hell is such and such? It's pretty funny. um yeah, they spend a good spend a good scene of him getting into the Babysitters Club books.
God, I'm curious
But
how
yeah,
many
it's
books.
just
How many books were there?
ah, at least 90, because yeah. but yeah, it's just stuff like that.
131.
Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, it's funny stuff like humor like that. It's filled throughout the show. Um, yeah, I really hope season 3 doesn't take that long. Is it? It's sooner than later, but because I've really enjoyed this show quite a bit. What's something else you got though?
Okay. Next series. Next series I got is 1% Lifesteal. This one takes place on Earth, but like the whole monsters coming into the world and like the world changing, that happened 200 years before this.
Oh,
So this takes place after all that goes down. And the main character just barely gets by. Like he has like he says it's a prison cell of an apartment he can barely even stand up in.
oh wow.
Um, and he works at a convenient a grocery store. It sounds like. And like people with abilities are called archhumans, and they are upper class. You automatically get special treatment if you're an archhuman, and he is not. But there are things you can do to become an archhuman. Um, and it's all frowned upon, of course. But like, what is in order to do to get abilities and stuff, you manifest what's called a prime, and he does it by killing a monster that comes out of a portal that he just kind of stumbles across. Um, and like he ends up killing it with like a can of beans. While he's trying to run away, and he's like screaming, and he's telling everybody to run, run, run. As he's hearing people dying behind him, he ends up swinging his bag of beans and clocks a goblin in the head. He picks up his sword and stabs it to death.
Hmm.
And then later that night, he manifests a prime, and primes apparently have a personality, and this personality was asshole, because it just starts cursing him out, like calling him a dickhead, poor fucker, and just completely just railing into him. And he sells it. Like, he doesn't keep it. He actually sells it. That's something you can do, and he ends up trading it um, for 1% lifesteal, which from like, well, that just sounds like it kind of sucks, because you would only take 1% of an enemy you kill. That kind of sucks. You know, you're on the brink of death. That's not going to help you very much. Well, turns out it's not enemies, or it's not just enemies, but plants too, and fruit. And it's not just killing them; it's just hitting them. So he goes and he finds this little park, and he just starts like just cutting the grass. He just starts grabbing the grass and ripping it out of the ground as he works on his toughness, basically, you know, because he's weak. And he starts punching trees till his fingers break, and then like starts ripping the grass out of the ground and healing himself, and then does it again. Um, he ends up getting trained in some martial art, and also he starts working out. And you know, working out, you know, you destroy your muscles, and then they build back up again overnight or over the next couple of days. Well, since he can just heal them instantly, he works out, goes and like rips some more grass, comes back, works out some more, does it, and just does it again, and he gets apparently just jacked.
Hmm.
And then things go wrong for him, because of course they do it. The book series, so of course something's got to happen.
Gotta be conflict.
There's also this other world, kind of like it's kind of like the spiritual world. That's kind of how I kind of think of it. Like anybody who any arch human, they like kind of meditate, and then they are taken to this other realm. I forget what they call it now, but there are, you know, that's how you basically you collect magic. Basically, you know, there are wisps there that you can you know, collect your affinity for, which is water. So like he's around a body of water, there's going to be tons of water wisp around he can collect. There's also um again, I'm forgetting terms, but like creatures in that world too that can harm you. And but if you kill them, you get some of their essence, and that kind of, and like killing a type that has the same affinity as you can actually upgrade your abilities and make them stronger. Well, when he killed that goblin at the start of the series, one a unique remnant. That's what they're called. They're called remnants. Kind of attach yourself to him. One for why am I forgetting his name? Blood something. Oh my god, why am I forgetting this name? It's the name of the damn character. What the hell? See if it's in like one of the descriptions. Blood something. It has to do with like spilling blood. Um, and it it is unusual because it calls him master, and like, you know, is like devoted to him, which is very unusual. and it can actually hunt other remnants and kill them for him. But his unique remnant is also highly sought after by a really high, well known family in the American Empire. Um, and he ends up getting kid kidnapped and tortured for like months, and then sold as a slave. And like, yeah, like things don't go good. Like he gets in a bad place. Like things really don't work out for him for a good chunk. But I'm doing a very poor job at describing this one, but it is a very good series. Trying to see if I can find like a wiki or something on the series. It's like, give me a goddamn name.
Sounds interesting now. I get the
Bloodshed.
gist of it.
Why can I not think of the goddamn word bloodshed? But yeah, I described this one kind of poorly. Um,
It's kind of hard for some of these books because there's just like a lot of times there's a lot that goes on. Like
yeah,
a lot happens.
a lot happens, and I'm usually working at the time too, so like not all of my attention is on the book. But while he's not like super overpowered right now, I can see him by the end becoming super OP.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
just because he's upgrading his abilities, and like there's this whole like star level system that you build up your star level, and that determines how powerful you are. And like the whole like magic system that it's got, I is very interesting, I find. Only 2 books are out right now. The second book or the third book comes out in a couple weeks. And this one has another author or narrator that I had not heard of. And he's okay. Like not fantastic, but definitely not the worst I've heard. He's
Okay.
he's okay. What else you got?
One more thing. It's another show that's in season 2, and that's season 2 of Peacemaker.
Uh-huh.
None of the trailers I could find for it were just trailers. They had to like, okay, that wasn't too long. I was like, they had some kind of like James Gunn introing it, or James
Uh-huh.
Gunn and John Cena introing it, and yeah. Um, season 2 picks up where one left off, and it has a recap, and they retcon the recap, or they retcon
He's
what
one in the
happened.
recap.
Yes, in
Makes
order
sense.
for it to fit in James Gunn's universe.
Makes sense.
Like at the end of season 1, the Justice League shows up at the very end
Uh-huh.
after everything had already happened.
Uh-huh.
And that's where Peacemaker is like, oh, why don't you go F another fish, Aquaman? And then Jason Momoa is like, man, I really hate that rumor. And then they have Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa are the only ones who were actually there. The rest were just silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
But and then it's like, why would Barry say that? Because then Ezra Miller's Barry Allen goes, it's not a rumor. It's like, what? It just felt so weird, you know? Like, it's fun. I mean,
Because his Flash was just weird.
yeah, I mean, the him saying go F another fish, you know, and then Jason Momoa's like, man, I hate that rumor. It's like, that's funny. But then having Barry Allen go, it's not a rumor. Like, just made it so weird. But instead, they have the Justice Gang.
Makes sense.
And then they have Nathan Fillion. Um, they they have Nathan Fillion. What's it called? Talking to Hawkgirl, and basically, and he says like, uh, I think later in the show, or I don't know if it's in the recap or in the show or whatever, he talks about how like Green Lantern something and something about puking, and basically like in the whole line is, man, I hate that guy. He 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 says I have a puke fetish or something. Nathan Fillion says,
Okay.
and you know, and then Hawk Girl's like laughing or whatever, and it's but basically, yeah, they're retconning the stuff that Hard put Peacemaker, you know, in the Snyderverse, and they changed it to make it in James Gunn's verse, you know, in the DCU now. And there were some other little things here and there in the recap, but and I think it's the first episode. He has like an interview to be in the Justice Gang. Peacemaker does, where Nathan Fillion, Hawkgirl, and Sean Gunn, who's Maxwell Lord, um, that's a funny scene. But this whole it's only 2 episodes are only out. The big thing so far that it's set up is they're trying to figure out, the characters are trying to figure out where they go from what happened, you know, in season 1, and um Peacemaker finds his dad. Basically, his dad is smart. His dad was smarter than Lex Luthor because he has a stable like interdimensional portal world thing that's not splitting the world or the reality in half.
Right.
Which I find I saw TikToks of like, how is Peacemaker's racist father smarter than Lex Luthor? Like, but because he goes into it, he goes into it to let like his pet eagle like fly around whenever he has to, whenever he gets restless and it's too cold to go outside. He even talks about that's the case. And he ends up going to another reality where, like, I guess his relationship with his father and brother were different and they were better. And I don't know if like it's unclear whether or not his father is not a racist piece of shit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or if like the world just accepts. But apparently, like they're like Peacemaker, his father and brother are like a superhero trio in this world. They haven't really dived too much into the world yet, but that's a big plot point that started. And then Frank Grillo is playing Rick Flag Sr. again, and he wants to basically kill Peacemaker because he killed his son in the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the two big things. They have like, like some of the side character. You didn't really get into Peacemaker, did you?
Never watch it.
Oh, it's good. It's surprisingly good. Um, but they go into some of the side characters like backstory, like some of their stuff here and there, like what they're doing and how they're handling certain things and whatnot. But like the whole like Frank, Rick Flag Sr. and Peacemaker and the I guess multiverse thing, whatever. Those are like the two big like plot threads, I guess, that are happening so far. Like I said, there's only two episodes out right now, so there could be a lot more stuff added to it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty funny. The intro, they do another dance like choreographed dance intro.
Uh-huh.
Not as good as the first.
No, of course, like
It's very hard. Yeah. I don't think they could ever like capture what
no.
captured that first one. But they try. I mean, it's good. If the first one didn't exist, I could see people really, maybe clamoring towards it just like, but just something with the song just wasn't as great, and it just they tried, I guess. But and the fact that like the first one, like there was theories behind the first one, and because with season one, it was like these creatures called the like butterflies were like taking people over, and you know they were taking people, they were getting inside people and taking them over, like body snatchers type thing. And there was a whole theory behind like that intro, like because they were all like deadpan, like no expressions, and
Mm-hmm.
people were like, they were thinking the intro was like foreshadowing that and stuff like that. There's a whole like theory behind the intro, and which was kind of cool, but they kind of like that kind of got shot down, because with how season one ended, and then they just do the same with season two, where they're all like no emotions, deadpan, doing the dancing, all that. But it's pretty good. It's funny. It's funny. There's some good characters. You know, James Gunn is known for nepotism. Um,
Yes.
yeah, which surprisingly his brother hasn't so far hasn't played a huge role yet. We get that like short little thing in Superman, and then he's only in one scene, like one short little scene in Peacemaker. But his
Okay.
wife is like one of the main characters in Peacemaker. So
Who's his wife?
she play I forget, I don't know her actual name, but she plays Harcourt in the show. She's the blonde.
Jennifer Holland.
Holland, yeah. She's actually really good though, like as that character. She's like this tough badass chick, um, who's kind of like the love interest for Peacemaker. Which that has to be kind of weird, like directing your wife to be romantically involved with some like I couldn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That.
Especially someone like John Cena. Like
Yeah.
um but yeah, it's pretty good. It's funny. It's there's a lot of action. There's a lot of humor. There is a lot of humor in this. And some real some dumb moments that you're like, is that even real? And then you find out, oh wait, that is real. That is so stupid. Like I forget his name, but the the actor who played the ladies man, you know who I'm talking about?
Ladies Man.
I think it was an SNL sketch that became its
Oh.
own movie.
Um. Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows, yeah, he's in it. And he has a line where he's talking about the eagle, and he's like, "Oh, what's that parrot doing?" And the other is like, "That's an eagle. It's the American symbol." Like, and he's like, "Oh, I have bird blindness." And you're like thinking he's like lying or whatever. And then later there's a scene where he's yelling because the eagle's like attacking people because they're trying to like break into Peacemaker's house while he's gone, and the eagle's like attacking them, and he's like, "I need help. I can't. Um, I don't know how large this bird actually is. Darn you, bird blindness!" And I'm like, "Wait, what? Huh?" It's very weird. There's some weird stuff, like
Okay.
some weird character choices in this, but for the most part, it's pretty funny. Um, I'm digging it. First season was pretty good. Um, I mean, so far James Gunn has done. I mean, I haven't seen Creature Commando, so I don't know about that. But like, I'm liking Peacemaker season 2. I'm liking, or I like Superman. Superman was great.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful for Supergirl. From the little bit of Supergirl we got in Superman, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, I could dig this. I could see this Supergirl um like I said, I haven't seen Creature Commandos. Um but so far what I've seen I've liked. So um and oh because there's the other universe, we get Robert Patrick back, and which is always great.
I was looking through images. I'm like, he's got a mullet in this picture. That's weird. He
Yeah,
looks weird with a mullet.
but it's always good to have. I like Robert Patrick. He's always good. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Um, it's I still can't get over the fact that like him as the T-1000. Like that was just him running as the T-1000. Not only is one of the like scariest
It's pretty
movie
scary.
moments as a kid,
Yeah.
but the behind the scenes like fun fact of like they had to go fat. They had to tell him to slow down because he actually caught up to while they were filming the him chasing. He actually caught up to them because he was that
Then go
fast at
faster.
running.
Then
Yeah,
go faster.
but yeah, that's definitely one of the scariest like chases I think. At least for growing up, remembering as a child, like it was him seeing the T-1000 running. It's so scary. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm digging it. Like I said, only 2 episodes of season 2 is out. I don't know how many there are. Probably 8 or 9. That seems to be what shows are nowadays. Which for better or worse, I miss some shows having long seasons. But 8. So there's 8. Okay, so this wraps up. This according to this, it wraps up October 9th. So, but it's pretty good. I'm digging it. Um, and they did have like they do use footage from like the Suicide Squad um to show like him killing Rick Flag Jr. and stuff like that. Like
Okay.
the which is kind of interesting. Like they're using footage from a movie in the show.
Mm.
But I know a lot of people, a lot of people are, which I'm like, really? A lot of people are mad because Frank Grillo, his hair isn't white as Rick Flag Sr. Because I guess that's a
I still think he's a perfect look for that role.
yeah. But because I guess his hair was white in the cartoon in the Creature Commandos, but I guess
He
I
was
don't know.
also animated.
That's true. But and also people are upset because like Frank Grillo doesn't look that much older than the dude they had to play his son.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. James Gunn came out and said like they're 18 years apart, and in the comics they're like yeah they're like 17. They're only 17 or something like that. Like so they are. It's just it's just the fact that like a lot of fit men like that they age better. You know
Yeah. Yes.
yeah. But it's pretty good. I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to more now that Twisted Metal's over. This is my week to week show that I'm looking forward to watching. Um and yeah, what else you got? That's all I had. I only
Okay.
had 3 things.
Well, I got one more book series, the one I'm currently reading, and that is the Stitched World series. This one is by the same author from that one Macronomicon. It's from that other series that you read that you recommended. Um, the in
Industrial
Industrial
Strength
Strength
Magic.
Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Um, this one is called The Stitch Worlds. And it starts off. The first book is called Generics System. The second book, Fairy System. Third book, dungeon system. Fourth book, quest system.
Huh.
And now that I'm on the second book, fairy system, and I understand the name now, I'm very curious on how the other two are going to play in. The main character is Jebediah Trapper. um, he's 40 years old. Yay, middle-aged guy being the MC. Is a vet from the army with PTSD. And while he's in a session with his um, psychiatrist, and they are doing a session while he's high on ecstasy. Okay, that sure. In the middle of it, that's where everybody gets tutorial notification, and they get to choose the difficulty: easy, medium, hard, impossible. And each person, that's not just for the world. This is for each individual person.
Ah, interesting.
And because he has PTSD and is also in an altered state of mind, thinks, well, if I choose impossible, that'll kill me for sure. So he chooses impossible. And immediately, like, the drugs are kind of wiped from his system. He's like, oh, fuck, what'd I just do? And is teleported to the tutorial where they have to defeat a giant tortoise. And when I mean giant, I mean like mountain size tortoise. Like trees on its back kind of a thing. Um and like there are only 4 stats that they can kind of put points into. Body, I'm sorry, only 3. Body, nerve, and mist magic. Body being anything physical, nerve being mental.
Okay.
And as a kind of offset for choosing the impossible, he gets given 15 stat points. So he basically starts at level 15. He for some reason puts all of his points into mist. Don't know why. I kind of missed that part. And by the time I realized, like, why do you do this? I was way past that part. And putting a certain amount of points into mist, you're able to see kind of fey creatures. So he now can see fairies. And he kind of bribes the fairies to kind of teach him about the system and the world and all that kind of stuff by giving them M&Ms. And they call him M&M Lord.
That's funny. I like that.
And during his first fight with a monster, he ends up losing a leg. And where I'm at book 2, he still has that leg gone. Like he's got a peg leg for the rest of the series. as far as I'm aware. Um, and kind of how Mist works is you got to build your Mist core, and that's different for every single person. He kind of thinks like, oh, what can I do with magic? Well, telekinesis would be cool, and that's what he gets. So that's kind of what his magic can do is he can now move things with his mind, including himself, which means he can fly. Um, so that kind of helps him a lot. Another person that they kind of meet, who also put a lot of points into Mist, apparently played a lot of Diablo and liked the necromancer class. So he kind of became a necromancer, which people don't quite like for obvious reasons. But most of his all of his army is monsters. So only one person.
Yeah, it really wasn't until soul leveling where necromancy became kind of cool.
Well, I mean, it's existed in other games, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Well, I mean, like it was always had that stigma behind
Yeah.
it, you know.
Um, but and one of the people he meets, um, she's an assassin, and someone makes an offhand comment about repairing armor or making armor, and she kind of gets the idea of, oh, making armor, and her Mist core ends up being making armor because she said, I remember watching an anime when I was younger of this badass chick who could create armor out of nothing. And the necromancer standing beside her goes, "We all thought Urza Scarlet was cool."
That's great. Oh man, I love it.
I it's like
Sold.
I figured you could like that. Um, but yeah, things happen, and hey, they win the tutorial. End of book one. Well, not quite. He does it in a very in a way that nobody expected. Because he also kind of finds out like, oh, these tutorials aren't kind of autonomous. There's people running these tutorials and people
Oh,
distributing loot.
interesting.
So he kind of gets kind of behind the scenes and ends up turning back time. Um,
Oh,
so that kind of, and he ends up winning the impossible tutorial using that, which the gods don't like. It's like, well, we can't call it the impossible tutorial now, just the incredibly hard. Like, what do we call this now? Because nobody's ever beaten the impossible tutorial.
huh.
Um, and so, as a punishment, the gods take his connection to the system away.
Oh,
And they're thrown back on Earth, which has been fused or stitched, is where the name of the series comes in with another world. And the other world kind of, I don't know if like they were in the same situation or like they were aware of the system, but they seem to be more in charge than humans. And he ends up becoming kind of a beggar. but one of the fairies from the tutorial ended up coming with them, with the name of Smartass. She says it's because she's so smart. That's why she was given that name. It's like, huh. And she ends up teaching him the fairy system of making deals and getting, and that's how you increase your stats through making deals as a fairy would. So, and this is all in the second book. So that's why I was like, I wonder what the dungeon system is, and now the quest system. I'm super curious on what these are now, because now I get the
Yeah,
name of the books.
interesting. Yeah, this definitely sounds like one I would like.
Yeah, well, it's already by an author of a series that you have already liked.
Yeah.
So far, I'm liking it a lot. It definitely it grabbed my attention a lot faster than 1% Lifesteal did, because that actually did to take me like a good chunk of the book to really kind of like, okay, no, this is, I'm really enjoying this now.
Oh, it's the same narrator. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah, I was looking. It's like, who is the narrator? Oh, okay, cool. It's the same narrator from the Industrial Strength Magic, which I remember him being pretty good.
Yeah, I like him. But that's all of the books that I've. Like I said, there's four books. The last book came out in 2022, so I think the series is done.
Yeah, probably.
So I guess uh, I'm just kind of starting the second book, because I finished the first one yesterday. Um, Next on my list is actually something I have a trailer for,
Oh, interesting.
and that is a game that I played, me and a lot of other people, for a couple weekends. That was Battlefield 6. I was very unhappy with the last Battlefield game with 2042. As long as a lot of Battlefield fans didn't like 2042, and I did play it recently, and it's better than it was, but it's still not great. And there was no way to completely fix it without just redoing the game. This one definitely seems like it's on the right path. Um, a lot of people were like, "Oh, pre-order it now because that beta was great." Well, I remember the beta of 2042 being okay too, and the game came out and it wasn't. So I'm still waiting for the game to come out before I
Yeah.
get it.
Also, the fact of like, I think I sent you an article about like that. There's been like a lot of rough developmental rough patches.
Yeah. Um,
Like
but
they've had a struggle in development for this game.
most people I think have pre-ordered this game because of Black Ops 7. Actually, at least that's what they claim.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's cool to hate on on Call of Duty right now. So
Did you see the Black Ops 7 trailer?
I haven't no.
It was like, what the hell is this? It was like they are doubling down on the, like, hey, pre-order now and you'll get this wacky bundle.
They backtracked because of the reactions, I guess, because they were talking about how Black Ops 6 content's going to carry over, but then I guess people don't like the fact that it's not as like, that you can have like crazy wacky stuff. So now they backtrack and they said they're going to try to focus to bring it back to a more serious tone and stuff. And
Then they got to
yeah.
redo the entire game because like it already does not look good. Even without um the crazy skins. I'm going to
Yeah, I
show
think
you.
that's the skins are the thing that like they're backtracking on. They're gonna not have like crazy like like I think
They've got it's Fortnite shit. Like
yeah,
that's what it is. But people don't want Fortnite in Call of Duty.
yeah, that's within the in Black Ops 7. They because of the reaction, they're not allowing that stuff to transfer over from 6 to 7 now, which they originally reported it was all your stuff would transfer over, but since the backlash, they were like, oh, we've heard you, and we're gonna from here on out we're gonna make things more serious and whatever. And it's like, where was this before? Like, where was people like? Because they've been putting out these skins before they released the Black Ops 7 stuff, and if people were really that upset, why weren't they voicing their opinions then? Like,
Did you see this a skin that you recently came out with?
not sure which one.
It's like a a roller coaster is like going around the gun.
Oh yeah,
It looks absolutely
th-
horrible.
they've had some crazy stuff, yeah. But I mean, I just chalk it up to like you don't have to have it. In fact, you have to actually pay
No,
a lot to have these skins. So
no, but you still have to see it,
yeah, that's true.
and that's kind of what a lot of people's are kind of a you know it's like because like they got American Dad. There's Cheech and Chong. Trying to think of other Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of I don't know. They're
As
trying stuff. They see Fortnite, so they're trying to capture that. But I got to say they're backtracking. They're trying
and
to.
it that is one of the reasons why I stopped. One of the many reasons why I stopped playing about uh Call of Call of Duty is because of that shit.
Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna start making sure those wacky skins don't can't transfer over, and you know they don't add more of that, then that's
Oh, they
good, I
will.
guess. If they're
By
actually
the
if
end,
they're actually good.
they'll be back to all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Just it depends, I guess. People, I
But
mean,
Battlefield
people
6,
people hate. Yeah,
Battlefield 6, yeah, I did enjoy my time playing Battlefield 6. Um, and I even streamed a little bit of it. Um, and I found sniping quite fun. I've not really sniped in the previous Battlefield games very much. I would like here and there, but this time I really like. Okay, yeah, I this is whatever they did. It was working for me. and I was getting like a number of kills. Um,
I mean, at this point in time for shooter games, they should start like they should have sniping down. Like they should already know how to make sure sniping feels good and like like
yeah.
like we're on year how many of these shooters? Like yeah. I mean,
Um,
hell, there are games based around just sniping.
yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
that's I'm glad they have sniping and it feels good because that there's no excuse for it not to.
I don't know. It just in the previous games I just wasn't good at it. But then like
Oh
while I
yeah,
was playing on stream, I'm like, oh, I just got like 15 kills in one life. I'll okay. This is working for me. Um, and one of the things that I feel like they're trying out with the beta, and that's some people didn't like with 2042, is that guns were not locked to classes, and that was kind of the thing with Battlefield. Okay, it was like, all right, you want to use an LMG, you have to play the engineer. You know, you want to use a sniper rifle, you have to play the recon. But in 2042, it was just open. Like any class could pick any different thing. Actually, in 2042, it was a hero shooter basically, because there were characters you also picked, and they had abilities. People didn't like that at all, and it seems like they've got rid of that. I don't know. There was a lot of things missing. There was a lot of things that were not in the beta. So we'll have to see when the game comes out.
yeah.
Um, and like there were like you could play in the beta, you could play conquest or conquest closed weapons, meaning weapons were locked to classes, and they were kind of testing those,
Ah,
like which are people playing more. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
interesting. You would think people would want to be able to have the option to choose whatever they wanted without it being locked to the class.
I want them locked. I want them locked because like that's the whole thing. Is like, okay, you're playing as a medic. You're going to be using an SMG. You expect a medic to be using an SMG. You can tell
I guess.
what the enemy is, what the enemy class is by what they're using. So you can expect, okay, this guy's using an LMG. He could pull out a rocket launcher at some point.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I mean that's what Battlefield is. You know, it's not Call of Duty where you're just free range. You're more structured in, you know, you're locked down in Battlefield. And that's what a majority of the diehard fans, that's what they want. And that I'm also one of them. I prefer uh the the closed weapon stuff.
Question is though, what do the diehard fan? How much of the Battlefield player base is the diehard fans, and how much is the casual fans?
Don't know.
Yeah, I never really got into Battlefield for whatever reason. It just seemed too much for me. too big.
A lot, and it can be chaotic at times, especially when you got planes flying overhead, getting shot down, crashing, landing in front of you, exploding. That definitely seemed like it was kind of missing in 2042 as well. Like, yeah, that still happened, but like when the planes crashed, like they didn't do anything. Like if they landed on you, you didn't die.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, why? And like the destruction in buildings were not like it was in previous games. Like when people call the heyday with Battlefield 3 and 4 and Bad Company, were like, you know, where the destruction was almost simulated. Like it was in 2040, it was like, okay, you hit this building, this part of the wall is going to come off, and it's going to come off like this. It wasn't
Oh,
it wasn't simulated in the way it was in the past. It was a downgrade to the destruction.
yeah. That's the whole selling point for Battlefield is the
Yeah,
destructible environment. Like,
yeah,
that's
exactly,
what that's as someone who's not into Battlefield, that's what I associate Battlefield with is destructible environment. Like,
exactly. Um, and this is, you can't flatten buildings like you could in the past, but you can still destroy a good chunk of a building in a more simulated way. They're moving back towards that. Um, I kind of miss the um, I think they were called levelations from, like, I think it was Battlefield 4, where like in the middle of a match, you know, somebody could do a thing on like the Shanghai map, and this the giant tower that was in the middle of the map comes crashing down, and now you have this big old battlefield around this destroyed tower. Where it would like something would happen and it would change the map completely, but it would change the map in the same way every single time. But and that stuff has definitely been missing, kind of since Battlefield 1. At least I've been missing it since Battlefield 1. Um, the trailer shows off a new mechanic that I really liked and used quite a few times. Got used on me as well, and that is like when you're reviving a squad mate, you can actually, because like if you're a medic, you can use the defibs and the person gives up instantly. But if they're on your squad, you know, you inject them, and you know it takes a little bit of time to, you know, get them back up. It's not as fast. Well, in Battlefield 6, you can actually,
oh, I heard
during
about
that,
this. Yeah.
you actually drag them away, because so many times, like, oh, you just fell down in the middle of a street, you're dead. Now you can actually drag them back into cover while they get up. And I use that quite a bit, and that got used on me quite a bit. I liked that mechanic a lot.
Interesting.
But yeah, Battlefield 6. I am hopefully optimistic, but it is still a wait and see for me.
Yeah.
The next thing I'll talk about kind of quickly, it's also my last thing. I got back into watching a series. Uh, did I not do that right? Nope. I got back into watching um, Common Rider.
Oh.
It's like because with all the with Fortnite got Power Rangers. Well, I don't want to watch Power Rangers, but I do want to watch Common Rider. So I kind of jumped back into watching Common Rider where I left off, um, and skipped the series that made me stop watching, which was Kamen Rider Ghost, and looking at like tier lists of Kamen Rider series, that's usually towards the bottom. So a lot of people don't like that series. So I started watching the from 2017 series, which was higher, which was pretty high on a lot of people's list. That was Build, Kamen Rider Build, and I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I watched the whole thing, which is 50 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, and the gimmick to this one was he used bottles, like these little like soda bottles that he shake and like would combine two different types. And it was always an animal or an organic thing and an inorganic thing. So like his main form was Rabbit Tank.
Huh.
And there was also like Octopus Light Bulb. Um, there was Hawk Gatling Gun. Um, there was a cell phone side at some point, and like he could also mix and match too. So like uh, Rabbit got Gatling Gun, which I don't think he ever did, but he could have. And like half of his suit would change too. So like his suit would be like a spiral kind of a thing, and like half of his suit like that was him right there. What I'm showing the trailer for is a movie that came out during the next season that involved a lot of the previous writers, because they don't do trailers for Kamen Rider that are like longer than like 30 seconds. Um, and like the whole
Makes
story.
sense because I was like, this looks very cinematic for a show. Like,
Yeah, this was the movie
yeah,
or a
that makes a
movie.
lot of more sense now.
The whole story was um, an astronaut comes back from Mars carrying what they call Pandora's box, because when you name something Pandora's box, good things happen. Well, during like the congratulations, here's this mystic item ceremony thing, um, it opens and these walls kind of shoot up in the middle of Japan and like end up dividing Japan into like three different sections, and like it also kind of infects like the people kind of who run those areas, and they kind of break, we're our own country and we're at war with the two of you, so it kind of becomes like a three-way war. um and like the series gets actually kind of dark at some points, because like at one point like Commander Build accidentally kills a guy, um and like he goes into like shock and he just kind of shuts down, like we didn't want to do it anymore, kind of a thing. um And this is also it's a writer versus writer series, which I have liked those in the past. Meaning, not all the common writers in the series are good guys. Some of them are the villains.
Ah.
Um, and I really enjoyed Kamen Rider Build. It was a good series. I'm now almost halfway through the next series, which was the 20th anniversary of the Heisei era. Kamen Rider is kind of divided into three eras, kind of named after the emperor at the time: Showa, Heisei, and right now we're in Reiwa. And the 20th anniversary of the Heisei was also the last of the Heisei era. So, um, and with the 10th, there was kind of a it was a callback. It was a like, at that one that was called Decade, and he could transform into all past writers as well as his base form. This one, um, it's travel, and he actually travels back in time to when those other writers are, have their series, and a lot of times they show up, or the actors show up, um, and like they put on, and like his forms are able to, like, he puts on armor on top of his suit. That's the others, and gives him the abilities of the past riders. Um, and like he does their finishers, but does them wrong. And I find that kind of funny. Um, or he says like the wrong thing, and like the writer that's with him was like, "That wasn't right. What are you doing? It wasn't right." And the whole thing is like, he in the future is like this big bag demon king that like basically destroys the world. And there's a couple people who've come back in time to destroy him, but end up teaming up with him because, of course, and kind of give him the powers that he needs to destroy the world in the future at the same time. While saying, "I'm going to defeat you. Here's this extra power. Here's more power. I'm going to defeat you. I'm here to defeat you. Here's more." So it's weird. And when he gets those, like the abilities from another writer, it's as if that past writer never existed. Like that, like the writer themselves, like they lose their memory,
Weird.
and like the
Okay.
things that led up to them becoming writer never happened. And there's these kind of half episodes that I think were online, um, that are really fourth wall breaking, because literally during every single one of them, like they have the script for the thing in their hand and they're reading it. And during the first one, which was it was Kamen Rider Build, call back to the actual previous series. It's like, hey, wait, if you were never the Kamen Rider, why do you have that hairstyle? Because if he didn't have it, he'd have black hair, and one of them has kind of red hair. And he kind of looks at the camera and says, don't nitpick, or you get kicked by a horse. So
Okay.
they're basically telling you, yeah, if you try to pick out holes, like, well, if he wasn't a Kamen Rider, then this wouldn't have happened, or then you wouldn't be this in this situation. You wouldn't even know this person. Don't don't nitpick. Like that's what they were saying. Like, yeah, we know it doesn't make sense, but we're doing it anyway. Um,
Well, it's kind of like Weeping Angels and Doctor Who. Like
yeah,
they wipe the people from basically existence, but it doesn't really change anything. But it
well, it's
should
because
change things.
people remember them, but they went back in time at the same time. Like
Yeah.
they still existed, and like everything they did up to that point still happened. Or this is like their whole history changed. Um, and what I'm showing you is the winter movie that came out during this season. It's called Heisei Forever, and basically what happens in in that movie is Zio, which is the series I'm currently reading. I don't know if I ever said that. Zio and Build are teleported to essentially our world, where like they're a TV series.
Ah,
And I
Supernatural did that.
yes, yes, and I thought the movie was pretty good. I kind of wished it would have included a like it was all of the Heisei writers, but like within a lot of the other movies, Kamen Rider movies I've seen, like a majority of the Kamen Riders just kind of show up for the final fight, just kind of for no reason, out of nowhere. You're looking something up.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, I was like, is there something you're thinking?
Oh no.
Okay. Um, but yeah, so far this series, Kamen Rider Zio, which is ZI-O,
No, okay.
um, it's really for people who have watched the previous series. Like this one is not one to jump in on. Like Build, I think you could definitely jump in on and watch that. Um, although the next series on in line is the 2019 series, which is called 01, and that's available on YouTube. Like that one just full, like it's there on YouTube. YouTube has it. It's free. Um, like I found out, like, did you know that like the official Power Rangers channel has every single series of Power Rangers in full? Do you know that?
Like the YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't know that. And I kind of looked up,
Huh.
like, well, okay. What about Kamen Rider? Do they have every single series? No. They only have 5 of it available.
That's not a lot because how many Common Rider series are there? Because it's been going on for like God.
Since the 70s, since like the mid
Yeah,
70s.
when you said 20th, I'm like, it's been that I was like, there's no way it's only been around for 20. And then you're like 20th of that era of Common. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense because I was like, it's been around way longer than 20 years. Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
30 something. There's like been like 30 because there was also like during the show era there was like an 8 year gap where there was nothing, and then it kind of came back, and then Saban said, "Hey, I'll pick that one and try to make that one into the next Power Rangers and fuck that up." Because hey, do you remember Master Rider?
No.
No, that was another uh Saban thing that he tried to do the same thing with Kamen Rider as he did with Power with Power Rangers, and failed miserably.
Yeah, I don't remember this. Yeah. I know they tried with VR Troopers too, right?
They did well, and they were a bit more successful with VR with the VR Troopers, because they actually had multiple seasons of VR Troopers.
Were there
Um,
multiple seasons of that? I had
yeah, and they actually ended up
wow.
using old like Power Ranger uh, costumes that they just repainted.
Wow, I didn't realize there were multiple series of that.
But no, like they had like Mass Rider was
Yeah, wow.
like it was supposed to be some family comedy where like the main character was an alien and he had this furry sidekick named Furbus who looked incredibly like Furby, only he came first.
Oh wow.
um and they tried again later, like in like 2015. There was Mass Rider Dragon Knight, I think it was called. And I heard it was better, but still only got season, because I think Dragon Knight actually followed the more closely followed the actual story of what it was adapting, where Mass Rider just made up its own shit. Um, but yeah, Kamen Rider still good, still going strong.
That's impressive. That really is. It's like
From
started
what I
in
looked up,
71?
yeah,
No. Yeah, 71. So 44 years. Wow. No, 51 years. Or 54 years. Yeah.
yes.
It's like, wait, no. We're in 2025.
um, and I looked up like which is the most popular like tokusatsu uh, uh, series. Like there's you got Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Ultraman. There's another series called Metal Man. Um, and Kamen Rider is the most popular still. It has been for years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising they haven't really done that in over here. or tried to,
I mean,
with how successful it is. You know.
like I said, they did try. Just well, Saban failed.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that, yeah, but I mean, like non Saban, like they haven't tried to make like a U.S. version of like some studio, like like a NBC or some stupid shit. Hasn't tried to.
Disney would be the only one that would do that because they had Power Rangers at one point. Now it's Hasbro, so maybe Hasbro might try again.
Isn't it back at Disney though?
No, no, because I think the Hasbro was a recent sale.
Oh, okay. I thought Disney was doing something, but
Yeah, well, let's see. Saban sold it to Disney. Disney sold it back to Saban, and then in 2018, Hasbro bought it from Saban.
yeah, but I thought Disney was they were still going to do a show on for Disney or something. I thought I saw something about that because the Netflix was going to do something, but that fizzled out.
Yeah, actually, they might still be doing that. Might still be in the works.
Oh, here we go. Well, this according to the wiki. In March 2025, it was announced Hasbro and 20th Television would be producing a new live-action Power Rangers series for Disney Plus.
Okay.
That's what I had saw. Yeah. So it's not officially Disney doesn't own it, but it's going back to Disney though, as far as where it's going to be airing. Yeah, because the Netflix thing fizzled out. Question is though, is this going to be like a complete reboot like the Netflix was going to be, or is this going to have carryover?
No idea. I did hear something that they were going to try a movie again. Just forget the last one happened and try again.
I try to. No.
You never did finish it, did you?
It was I couldn't. No. Like
You got to that
it's
cow
like
joke and turned it off.
no, I got halfway. I got
Okay.
halfway.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you didn't even see him transform because they didn't transform to like the end of the movie.
Oh, did they not? Wow. Then yeah. I guess I got halfway and they hadn't transformed, so I was like, "What even is this?" Like, and was it? Oh, it was Elizabeth Banks, right?
Yeah.
Even her, she wasn't good in it.
Honestly, she was the best thing in it.
Well, I mean, the best doesn't mean good.
No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. I just couldn't. Like, I got halfway. I know that, but I was just so bored by it. But yeah, but
The ending was okay. But like just like they fucked up Goldar. Like how do you fuck up Goldar like that?
oh yeah, I remember. I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like it if they didn't call him Goldar, I would never have called him. I would never have sounded like that. Oh, that's Goldar. No, no, it's not. That's not Goldar.
There's 30 seasons of Power Rangers. Wow. Oh, sorry, 30 seasons. Then there's a 3.5, which is the Alien Rangers. I guess that was a mini season or mini series.
Technically, sure.
I don't know. Mighty Morphin reversion. Oh yeah, didn't they like remaster like
Yes,
so many episodes and then they just stopped? Like not
because
all of
nobody
Mighty
was
Morphin.
like, oh, these are bad, aren't they? Yeah, they're bad.
Oh, I have nostalgia for the original.
Yeah, but they're only good in your head. Then you go back and watch them, like, oh, these were like, I
Uh,
I will watch Kamen Rider. I know the writing's bad, but it's charming. There's a lot of points in Power Rangers though. It's like it's just bad. It's just bad. Like
See, I watched up to Lost Galaxy. I think that was the last one I watched.
same. And then I caught like
Is
I've caught clips here and there of like other uh seasons. Um, I think I actually watched a little bit of Thunder or Dino Fury. It's like, oh, Tommy's back.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that. Yeah, and bits of yeah, I've seeked out some of that stuff. Yeah, but yeah, Lost Galaxy was weird because it was like they were able to colonize another planet, right, or another galaxy, or something like wasn't that the whole premise of that? Like
I don't remember.
they somehow had the technology to like yeah, it was weird, but yeah.
They kind of stopped. Okay, we're gonna stop doing a continuing story around Lost Galaxy. And like after that, it was like, okay, each new series or each new season, it's gonna be its own
Yeah, was
individual
it?
story.
Yeah, the back on Earth. So Leo attempts to get onto a space colony, Terra Vulture, but is kicked off. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they're like somehow colonizing another in space. Yeah, that's weird. Like I remember that being. I remember being like, this is kind of weird. Yeah. Intro songs were pretty good for the first few, though.
Yeah,
I remember a lot of up until the ones I watched. Yeah,
playing
Fox Kids and ABC, then Toon Disney, then yeah, it jumped around.
it did. Playing Fortnite now. I'm playing uh as like random all the Rangers. And in Fortnite, you can actually set what your drop song is,
Oh yeah,
and I have it set to Go Power Rangers.
nice. See, I didn't buy the bundle or the Ranger bundle because like the only two that I'm interested in are in the past.
Or in the past, I I get that.
Yeah, the green and the white. Like
Yeah, I get that. I understand.
um, I did start the Dungeon Crawler Carl webtoons.
Oh yeah, how are
It's
those?
it it's pretty good. Like they have good like music
There's
behind it
music
to
to it,
make
right? Yeah,
yeah, to give it a good dramatic feel and like it's pretty good. and the art is the art's decent. It's good. Yeah. It's a little cartoony, but you know, I feel like I have like, you know, when I was listening to Dungeon Crawl Carl, I had more of a like more of a realistic like rustic type feel in my mind, you know.
It's not in the
More of a
top 10.
gritty,
Boycott.
more of a realistic gritty like feel to it whenever I imagined when I was listening to it. I never pictured it, you know, as like a comic, you know.
Right.
But so far it's all right. I think the first few are free, and then you have to pay for. I forget how how they handle it, but
Yeah, I was wondering, like, because I know you have to pay to watch to read on webtoons. I was kind of wondering because I've never read anything on webtoons before.
well, this is the first time I've yeah done any. I've heard about it, but
I knew of it.
what's the eyeball mean? I guess how many views? It's got one. I guess it has 1.7 million views.
Oh, when I do a search, it says two.
Yeah, it said 2 when I did the search, but when I actually click on it, it says 1.7, which is I'm like, what? Okay. Well, I'm actually looking at the actual page for it. Um, no, it doesn't show you. Oh no, it just goes into it. Wait,
Uh,
are they all? I'm trying to see which ones are paid, but it's just going into them.
maybe it's a certain number.
Oh, now it's asking me to log in to the. Okay, maybe it's you have to log in to see.
No, because I while we were talking, I created like I logged in and nope, I doesn't tell you which you think maybe it's a number.
Oh, weird. Well, when I was looking at the app, like there was like 6 or 7, and like the first few were like just it showed the first few were free, and then like the latest ones you had to pay at the time. This was like oh, this was a couple weeks ago. They're on 9 now. I think they were on 6 when I actually went and went through the first. A lot longer than I thought they would be too. Each one.
They had actual comics on this thing.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot of webtoons is a big thing.
Like no, there's Spider Man on here.
Yeah, Marvel, DC, yeah, webtoons. Yeah, they cover a lot. Does it show? It doesn't show page, and it's all like scrolling up. Like that's how you view it. You
Yeah,
did just next scroll up, scroll up, scroll. Yeah, the
yeah.
music does enhance it a bit.
Korean comics are like that, and I like that because they're so much easier to read on a phone.
Yeah, unless it's the like comics that have the guided view where it's panel to panel, like
Oh, like in with comicsology.
Yeah, whenever that's actually works. Yeah,
I've always had it work.
I like that. I like that too. Well, I mean, it depends on where you watch, Comixology. I know some people, if you watch it on the phone or tablet, it works fine. But
No,
if
okay.
you watch it on like a PC or laptop, some people complain that it doesn't work right, or
Because I'm not a heathen.
side of
I'm
yeah.
not a heathen that reads comics on a PC.
I mean, or you have a laptop,
It's still too big.
I guess. But I got a tablet, just in order to like read like not just for reading comics, but that was a deciding factor for getting a tablet, was I could read comics and stuff like that, easily. Anyways, that's all you got.
Yep, that's all I got.
Awesome. We can wrap things up. Be sure to follow us. Stewart is on what's Blue Sky, Casual Terror. I'm on there as Will Play Games as well. I just really haven't been keeping up with social media in general, like lately.
Yeah, well, it's not part of your job anymore, so
Yeah, I guess that kind of that kind of it kind of if it was work, so now going back to it, even when I don't work, it. But I should try. Like I should try to get back into social media for somewhat.
well,
It
you're
sucks because like,
you're on TikTok, so that's social media.
well, yeah, but I mean like interacting with people and stuff like that, or
I comment all the time on TikTok.
yeah, I read the comments because I'm always like, I always have a thought, and then I'm like, I wonder if other people. Yep, it's in the comments. Okay,
Like,
yeah, but yeah, it sucks because like I kind of have to, I kind of have to follow Twitter somewhat because the NBA, a lot of NBA stuff is around Twitter
no, yeah,
still. So, but yeah, TikTok's about probably the thing I watch the most, or social media wise. That's how I get my content a lot of the time, a lot from. Um, I feel like I'm more in the loop because of TikTok than I used to be about memes and stuff like that,
yeah.
which is good because that used to be my superpower. Is a meme would happen and I would somehow miss it completely
For years.
for like a year. Yeah, like, oh, still don't know how I didn't hear about Gangnam Style until a year later.
Yeah.
I still don't know how. Like somehow, I was oblivious to it.
Did you hear he's in jail now, or he was arrested?
Is he? Oh, interesting. I saw him do like a trailer or commercial trailer for like some show. I don't know if it's the same show that's going to be on Apple TV, but it's where like it's set in Korea, and they take like popular like non-Korean songs and stuff, and they make it like K-pop versions. I just saw something. I don't know if it's the same thing that's on going to be on. I saw something was going to be like something K-pop related is going to be on Apple TV too. I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
Yeah, he got arrested for prescription drugs.
Oh wow.
He he had them. Shame, shame. Don't know what the drug was.
Oh no, yeah, K-pop. Global music icons team up with world-renowned K-pop idols for spectacular song battles, performing their biggest hits with a K-pop twist. these artists show up and show out and shut it down in a friendly competition for the ultimate bragging rights. Yeah, and he's part of it, I guess.
Well, that makes sense because honestly, he's probably the the one I kind of like. He kind of brought K-pop to the world
I think he even mentions that in the commercial for the show. Yeah.
because I
Oh, this is
before him,
interesting.
like I never heard of it like before him, and then after that came like uh, BTS and others.
Okay, so episode one is going to be Megan the Stallion, Patti LaBelle, and I'm guessing Billy. I don't know what that is. Is that the K-pop? Is that a K-pop band
You're asking the wrong person.
group? I don't know. Episode two is going to be Spice Girls. I guess two Spice Girls, and then Itzy. I don't know.
Bitsy didn't want to come.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. Episode three is gonna have Vanilla Ice. That's interesting.
Good God,
Episode four is gonna have Eve and Kesha. Oh, uh, interesting. Episode five is gonna have Kylie Minogue and Jay Balvin. I don't even know. Episode seven, Boys to Men. It's gonna be in episode eight. That's interesting. Boys to Men with a K-pop twist. That's gonna be weird.
huh?
Soulful Motown music with K-pop twist. Episode six. I don't even know why I didn't see that. Episode six is gonna have Boy George and TLC. That's gonna be weird.
Okay.
With Stacy, I don't know what stay. It's stay and then the letter C. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, that's interesting. It wasn't on Apple TV. I might watch it, but I don't have Apple TV right now. I had it earlier this year because there was a free trial, or I had like somehow I had 3 free months of it or whatever, and that's when I watched certain shows like Severance and
Severance.
yeah, which that's a good show. Anyways, yeah, boy, we got on a tangent there. Um, also follow Stuart on Twitch, twitch.tv/casual terror. Because not only does he stream his game, when he plays like Battlefield or whatever, he does our podcast and then also our D&D game,
Yes.
which has been very interesting. It's been
Which
nice having a third.
yeah,
Back to
I
a third.
I looked it up before we recorded. You guys have been in the Tower of Fire since June 1st. Be 3 months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the first half of that was every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he was asking me he was like, "How long you think?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's gonna be." Stewart said we're only on the first floor, so I whether or not he was joking about that or not, I don't know. Like,
You'll find
probably a
out.
while.
You'll find out.
Yeah. Something happened though. Something. At least something happened. We came across a interesting
Came across a
character
mini
and got
boss.
a mini boss and got an item we needed. So an item we needed to open a door. What that door leads to, who knows? But Another hallway.
It does actually. It does.
uh, yeah, it's fun. I like having him lead because like I like him to experience your dungeon because I've experienced your dungeons. But it's fun to see someone who hasn't
And it's
be
another
like,
hallway.
oh, it's a
And there's
dead
a door
end.
here. And there. And there. And this is another hallway.
It's like going down like a hallway that has different turns and twists that just lead to a dead end. Like,
Or just loops back on itself.
and see me, I'm just like, I don't want to miss out. Like, investigate and see if this actually is a dead end or not. You know, like,
There honestly could be dead ends that are
yeah,
actually secret patches. That's happened in the past.
yeah. That's why I typically check. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun times. So definitely check that. Make sure you subscribe to or at least follow Stuart on Twitch. You should subscribe as well, but
Yeah, sure.
if you can't
Yeah,
afford
do
it,
that too.
at least follow.
Yeah.
And we will catch you next time.
And remember, no animals from Hark reading this podcast.
Cool class. Yeah.
Yeah, I really think you would like that one.
I literally bought it at the second that I said I did. Yeah. I clicked buy now. Buy with 1 credit. It's like, oh, he said I'd like it, and it's 26 hours long. I think it was 26 hours long, it said. Yeah. So I'm like, it's definitely would be worth it. I haven't listened to anything in a while. Which I need to. I need to start getting back into. There's just so much. Like soon there'll be anime to watch because what the season will end or
Yeah.
what are they on? Like what episodes are they on for this season?
Uh, I looked up yesterday and I completely forgot.
Oh, what? Wait, no, that's not right.
8 or 7, 8 in that area.
Yeah, look, I went to crunchyroll.com and or I went to the main. I'm on the main page and it's like Kaiju number 8, season 2, episode. I'm like, wait, 13 episodes. Oh wait, no,
No,
that's right. They continue the
they continue
numbering
the count.
from
Yeah.
yeah. I had to. I caught myself. I was like, wait, what? No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, but so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, so that's 7 if you don't count the day off one.
That TikTok I just sent you. Yeah, the TikTok is interesting, but look at the comments. Specific the usernames and who is commenting.
Why
And then scroll down. Keep going.
is it working commenting?
Why are Crocs? Why is Progresso?
Why is Gain? Yeah, Brita. What even is this?
And that's what
JC Penney.
most of the comments are like, why are so many brands commenting? What is this?
Wait, is it JC Penney not a thing anymore? Didn't they go to business? Yeah,
They might just be
there's
like
so
much
many
smaller
now.
or in a different.
Nope, it's finally stopped. All the brands stopped. I scrolled enough. Yeah, that's crazy. Pepper Charm.
Yeah, and like that, most of the comments are like, "Why are so many brands commenting on this just normal TikTok?"
Huh.
Pringles, Orkin, Stouffer's.
I don't know. It's not a famous person, is it? Like,
No,
no. Weird.
yeah, I thought that was like, what is going on?
Oh, I didn't send it to you, did but you have you seen? Did you see the what is it? I forget what it. The League of Legends thing.
I heard about it. The AI
Yeah,
trailer where they try to
yeah.
copy K-pop Demon Hunters.
And it's like clearly AI. Like I've seen more AI, more of the Will Smith AI stuff where people have actually broken down that thing.
Yeah, it was
They're like,
like
oh, and
like
you see here, this dude's face is melted, and you move over here, and like, why
well, it is
cancer
like
survivors are holding up signs for Will Smith? What? Like,
well, no, like those like from what I've gathered though, those were all real, except they were still images that they used AI to animate. Because like the crowd that they used that was used because really was a Will Smith concert that was real. Those people were real, but they were just still images that they used AI to animate.
oh, weird.
Then why not take fucking video?
Because people weren't that excited in real life as
I
they
mean,
were
it
in.
was it was a good sized crowd. I mean, obviously they were.
Well, I mean, yeah, just because they show up doesn't mean their reactions are going to be, you know. But
I
I don't know. It's weird because I've seen like people breaking down and being like, "Oh yeah, right here you can see the dude's face is not right, and right here you can see this person doesn't even have a face; it's just a blur." And yeah, there's some, and the signs just have nonsense words on them. Some of them, it's crazy. It's like, what are you doing, Will Smith? What are you doing? Like, you just one breakdown after the other. Like, like remember when Will Smith being a YouTuber was the weirdest he was? Like,
yeah.
and now it's like so many things weird with him. Um. Oh, this. I didn't send that to you, did I?
No.
Okay. Not gonna lie, trying to solve a D&D puzzle, it kind of feels like that sometimes. Oh, dude, freaking um, where's share copy. This dude makes a tire bike out of chocolate.
All right.
Like, it's insane. How are
There
people
are
able to do
kids
stuff like
starving in
this?
Africa.
I don't know.
What? And now who's going to eat it?
Right? Like, hopefully it's not good chocolate. Hopefully it's like crappy chocolate they use to make that stuff. You know? like, like I hope it's at least like low quality chocolate they use to make these type of things.
Now, how much of his weight did he actually put on that?
Oh, probably not much. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, this is insane. Like, I don't know how people can make stuff like that, you know? Oh, um, I don't think I sent it to you, but do you see the One Punch Man news?
Don't think so.
Baby Metal is doing a song. I think it's the opening.
Interesting.
Yeah, the opening for season 3.
Okay. Yeah.
I
I'm here for
figured
that.
you'd be excited about that.
I'm totally here
I
for
know how
that.
much you love Baby Metal.
I do like me some baby metal.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Yeah.
No.
I mean, I guess that like that might be the new trend is to get like real bands to do
Well, I mean,
songs for anime.
with how big like the two creepy nuts,
Kaiju number 8 and
and
yeah,
yeah with yeah what you said.
is what they uh because Kaiju number 8 they had Young Blood and then they had
One Republic.
One Republic. Yeah. And One Republic did one for both seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, because I stick through the intro for those just because the songs are so good. I like the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, One Republic. How weird is that? Them doing animes. It's like I haven't heard about like the last time I heard about One Republic before this was like I think it was shortly after high school. That song they did with like Timberland. like This made me laugh. You know that song, right? Really? Usher's "You Remind Me"?
I don't. I never listened to hip hop. I never listened to R and
I mean, it
B.
was on, like
The
it was on the pop stations back in the day.
I I've never listened to the radio.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I was
Okay.
not a radio person.
Gotcha. Well, it's funny because it's like singing about how you remind me of a girl that I once knew. See your face every time I look at you.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's like,
where I thought that was going.
yeah. Yeah, man. As a kid, I was big into radio for some reason. I listened to like the request shows that they would have where people would call in and request songs and
No, it was like I was never into the radio because like if why listen to to the radio when I got a perfectly good TV right here.
yeah, that's true. It's big into TRL too. Basically music videos. I like music videos. Cause like when we were growing up, music video they like put effort into music videos.
Yeah, it did.
Now I don't even know. Like I can't really tell you the last time I saw a recent music video of anything.
Can't tell you either.
Maybe OK Go, one of their last music videos.
Oh no, it's definitely been since then since I've seen a music video.
I mean, not like Here We Go Again, but like one of their older or one of their newer ones. Remember every time I see they put out a new one, I'm like, oh, what's it gonna be? I still can't believe they did that treadmill video in one take. That's just crazy.
But it definitely wasn't the first take.
No, apparently they only took him one take to do it. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. They like they planned everything, you know,
Well, you can
ahead of
plan
time, but
everything.
like,
As somebody who has performed, you can plan everything beforehand, but like you gotta practice.
yeah. But I don't know. I saw something recently about that too. Yeah, it was a one take, and I'm like, oh wow.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get some to eat.
Yep, I'm with you there. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Alrighty, see ya.
Later.
And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.